Hi guys, it's SkintBoot here, and today what I'm going to be bringing you guys is a No Man's Sky video. Now, in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is something a little bit different. This is probably going to be much less of an edited video, a bit more casual, a bit more storytelling-esque, I guess you could say, because today what I want to do is talk about the No Man's Sky Guildford meetup that happened, I think, about 3 days ago now. I've honestly lost track because of how crazy life is at the moment. But as I'm sure everyone knows in the No Man's Sky community, a decent amount of people actually met up in Guildford at a little pub called the Three Pigeons. We basically just fucked around, drank alcohol, got to know each other, played some No Man's Sky, and all of that really cool shit. It was a really goddamn nice meetup, absolutely great fun, and today I kind of wanted to tell you a little bit what happened, maybe show you some photos of the day, and really just giving my opinion, really, if that's what you want to call it, on how the day kind of panned out. So when it comes down to these No Man's Sky meetups, the first one and the only one to ever have taken place apart from the recent one was actually last September at the V&A exhibition in London. Now originally we only planned to go to the actual V&A exhibition, which was kind of like a video game sort of throughout the history display with certain examples, you know, throughout the ages, different technology, things like that, and they had a No Man's Sky portion which a few of the members of the community went to. We only expected to do this, you know, go to the museum, then probably go home. However, we found ourselves in another pub afterwards called The Bunch of Grapes, which was a pub in kind of like Kensington. So nice part of London. London's a bit of a shithole, but this was a lovely part of London. And I guess really that was what inspired people to do it all again. Nearly a year later, the good old Liam of L Plays Gaming decided to set up a full-blown No Man's Sky meetup in Guildford, which is the location where Hello Games are, in a pub probably about 5 minutes from their offices. Now for me this is nowhere near a problem because I can get a train to Guildford and it takes me, you know, half an hour. It's literally just a direct train, so I was always down for it, and of course I attended. But for me, compared to other people that came from, you know, Denmark, Australia, Germany, all of that stuff, I kind of felt like I didn't really travel enough. But I didn't expect that many people to turn up, and there was also a lot of stuff which I really did not expect, which I will get into. Now I went on my own, and this is something which I don't usually do because when I go to kind of social events, I always hate walking in on my own and not having someone with me. I know this sounds kind of stupid, but I suppose it's some sort of like worry, I guess you could say. But this time I actually came on my own, unlike the first one where I turned up with a friend, and to be honest it was nowhere near as awkward as I thought it would be. In fact, it felt so relaxed and it felt like I knew all of these people really fucking well, even though I'd only really spoken to them on the internet, and this was the first time for some of us that we had met in person. But I spoke to a great amount of people, a load of really interesting people from all across the world, from different kind of backgrounds with different stories to tell, and it was honestly just brilliant. Now the pub itself, the Three Pigeons, was a lovely kind of 3-story building on the Guildford kind of back roads. It was technically the high street, but not where the Friary Centre is. It's kind of like the road behind that, and as I said, it was literally about 5 minutes away from Hello Games' offices, which was always nice. So upon turning up to the pub, I went upstairs and I spoke with a few people, and I instantly found out that something had happened, and something really exciting, and something which I really did not expect happened. And there were a multitude of different things which really fucking blew me away. First and foremost, Hello Games themselves supposedly came to the pub the day before, or one person from Hello Games, 2 people, I'm not entirely sure, and put a £200 tab on the bar meaning, in case you don't know what that is, you essentially have £200 worth of drinks. When that runs out, that is when you end up spending money. But we essentially had £203 courtesy of Hello Games to drink alcohol and just have a fucking amazing time. That on its own I thought was incredible, and I was so goddamn shocked by that. You know, I was just absolutely astounded that would happen. But then to top it all off, Hello Games also provided a couple goodies that we were going to put into the raffle, which again Liam had organised, and I'll get onto that in a second, as well as supposedly a couple of them turning up to actually meet us. That never happened because, you know, they're busy doing fixes, patches, all of that stuff. But the tab alone and the gifts alone were absolutely incredible. It was insane to know that these people that we make videos about and that we, you know, fanboy over and all of that are actually aware that we exist, and they're actually, you know, actively putting stuff into what we have organised. They didn't have to, but my god, it was the kindest gesture going. So really, the whole day, you know, 12 to 12, I think the pub was booked out for. We drank alcohol, we played PSVR, we did a raffle, we went to the billboard, so much happened. The raffle itself, which is probably one of my all-time favourite things about the whole meetup, was essentially a big wad of gifts. You know, some from Hello Games, some from L-Plays, some from other community members that just put stuff in, and we all got a little raffle ticket with a number. The numbers would be called out at random, and then we would go up and pick a prize. Now, in my standard shitty luck, I was very close to the end of the prize pool, but I thankfully managed to secure myself a signed Atlas Pass. And you guys know that I never got an Atlas Pass. You know, when these things got mailed out, I never fucking got one, and I'm still upset that I never got one. So when this happened, I instantly knew that I had to pick one of these bastards up. And what makes it even more impressive is that apparently these Atlas Passes were actually the prototypes. So these weren't even the ones that people received, because I believe the designation was OG17. And the OG designation, you know, original gangster, if you want to say that, I believe is extremely rare. So that on its own is incredible. But the additional signature of Sean Murray, you know, what the fuck? I own this now. This is in my house. This is on a shelf with the rest of my No Man's Sky stuff, and it's absolutely incredible to think that I actually own one of these as well. There was also, you know, 2 Explorer editions of the game. There were some bobbleheads, some press kits, some, you know, anything you could think of relating to No Man's Sky was on this table. A lot of signed posters, a lot of stuff contributed by Hello Games with all of their signatures on, and my god, it was just absolutely amazing. So as well as the raffle, we also went to the billboard. This was the billboard that was funded by one Australian guy, I think it was actually. So we all trekked up to the billboard after getting lost and getting angry at Liam because he couldn't direct us and shit like that. We eventually got this really nice group photo with everyone that attended the meetup there, all together, all looking happy, all smiling, and honestly, one of the cutest things I've ever partaken in, that is for sure. But other than that, we really just had a great deal of community love, if that's the best way to put it. Rasmus obviously had his little box with his book with the compilation of photos that the community have submitted, little paragraphs, you got people to sign it, do postcards, all of that stuff, and delivered it to Hello Games' offices. And at least to my knowledge, I think it is now actually on their windowsill as well, which is really cute. There was a lot of productivity aside from me just drinking and getting absolutely blasted off about 6 pints and 3 tequila shots. It was a really goddamn nice time to just talk to the community members, you know, put a face to some of the names which I've heard on Twitter and YouTube, Discord, all of that stuff. And yeah, just have a real good merry time, I guess you could say. I really enjoyed it, and I wish I could have stayed longer, but the trains in Guildford after, you know, about 9 o'clock just get really fucking awkward. They're either late or they get cancelled, or they're so far few between that I had to leave I think about 8:45, so I could have stayed later, and L Place famously offered me a hotel room as well, but I had fucking work. You know, if I had a day off, I would have been there till 12 o'clock, and I would have gone into casino afterwards with all the boys and got absolutely lagged up. But no, it doesn't matter. It was still a really goddamn nice evening, and to be honest, I can't wait for the next one. This will 100% be a annual thing, and the more people come, the better. Get one in the UK, get one in the rest of Europe, get one in the US as well. You know, honestly, this is the start of something bigger, and to anyone that didn't attend or wanted to attend, I really wish that you can come to the next one, because, you know, I want to see a load of people, especially Orbit. I want to see Orbit in person. So yeah, that is my take on the No Man's Sky 3 Pigeons Guildford meetup. I do hope that this was of interest to you. As always, if you enjoyed the video, then please do feel free to leave a like on it, and if you guys could also subscribe to MZK, then that'd be absolutely fantastic. And as always, I will see you guys on my next video. This is SkintBoot, signing out.